Welcome to Sure Thing, Real Estate Straight Talk from the South Shore. I'm Hadley with Engel and Völkers. If you own a home in Duxbury or you've been thinking about selling one, this episode is for you. I just pulled the latest MLS data for the Duxbury market, and I want to walk you through what the numbers are actually saying. No spin, no hype, just the data and what it means for you. Let's get into it. I want to start with the number that stood out the most for me when I first looked at this report. The median sales price in Duxbury so far in 2026 is $1,301,500. At this same point last year, it was $1,050,000. That's an increase of $251,500, nearly 24% year over year. Now, I want to be careful here because one of the things I try to do for my clients is give them context, not just headlines. And a 24% jump sounds dramatic, and it is significant. But it really tells us is that demand for Duxbury homes has been consistent and strong, and that buyers are willing to pay for the right property in this market. For homeowners, that matters. If you haven't had your home's value reviewed recently, that number you have in your head is probably outdated. The markets move, and this one has moved a lot. The next number I want to talk about is days on market, and this one really got my attention. Right now, the median days on market for active listings in Duxbury is 8 days. Last year at this time, it was 28 days. That's a 71% decrease. The typical Duxbury home is going under contract in a week. And when I look at pending sales, the median days to offer is still holding steady at 7 days, same as last year. So it's not just that homes are sitting less, buyers are making decisions faster. What does that mean practically? It means that if you list your home at the right price and it shows well, you should expect activity quickly. Serious buyers are out there. They are prepared and they are not waiting around. Here's something I find really telling. The median sales price as a percentage of list price right now in Duxbury is 99.14%. That means sellers are receiving virtually what they asked for at closing. Last year, that number was 100.91%. So buyers had slightly less negotiating room in 2025 than they do today. But we're still in a market where sellers have real leverage when they come in priced correctly. The key phrase here is priced correctly, because here's what else the data shows. The homes that have required a price reduction this year started with the median original price of $1,617,000. That's a meaningful gap from where their closed prices are landing. Overpricing is still the most common mistake I see sellers make. The market will tell you quickly when a home is priced too high, and a market moving this fast, first impressions matter enormously. Let's talk about inventory, because this is where I think the story gets a little bit more nuanced. There are currently 22 active single-family homes in Duxbury. That's up 16 from this time last year. That's 37% increase. 42 new listings have come to market compared to 35 at this point last year. More inventory is coming, and that's just the reality of the spring market. Now, pending sales are up. 35 homes went under contract so far in 2026 compared to 25 this last year. Demand is keeping up with pace. It is worth watching that gap. So if you're planning to list this spring, getting ahead of that inventory build is a real advantage. The sellers who move now are competing against fewer homes, and the sellers who wait until May are competing against more. Timing and price together, that's the combination that gets results in this market. So let me pull this all together. The Duxbury market in March of 2026 is prices are strong, buyers are moving fast. Sellers who come in prepared, priced right, showing well, and ready to move are doing very well. Sellers who stretch on price are sitting, and in a market this visible, sitting has a cost. If you've been on the fence about listing your Duxbury home, the data is telling you something. The window is open, but it's not going to stay in crowded forever. That's it for this episode of A Sure Thing. If you found this useful, please share this with a neighbor or a friend who's been thinking about making a move on the South Shore. And if you'd like a personalized look at what your Duxbury home is worth, I'd love to connect. I'm Hadley with Engel and Völkers South Shore, your real estate advocate, delivering expert guidance with genuine care and proven results. See you next time on Sure Thing.